I studied history at university and I had no idea what I wanted to do with that degree. The only thing I did know was that I was fascinated by people and how we behave, particularly when we're under pressure, what language we use, how we hold ourselves. One of my brother's friends worked in PR at the time, and he said, "I think you'd love communications. I think it's right up your street." So I started out by doing a couple of internships. I thought, this seems really interesting. I got my first full-time job at an agency where I specialised in financial services clients and got a taste for media relations, and I fell in love. I thought it was an excellent job. Ultimately, that piece of me that wanted to learn about crisis communications never went away, and Hanover Communications was really well respected in crisis. So when an opportunity came up in a team at Hanover in 2016, I couldn't not go for it. I suddenly got the opportunity to work on internal communications as well. And quite quickly, I figured out that actually, while I really enjoy media relations, my heart was with internal comms. I actually worked with some of the senior team at the time to develop and build and ultimately grow Hanover's internal communications practice, which is something I'm exceptionally proud of. All of the character traits that I have that I thought were bad are actually invaluable. When I was younger, I was a massive overthinker, an over-worrier. I was quite often called the fun police. I was that person in the room saying, this won't work because of these reasons. And actually, in internal communications, that's a really good thing, especially when you're kind of handling something sensitive, because thinking through every scenario, thinking through every which way something can land is actually exactly what you need to be doing. One of the biggest barriers that I have overcome was a personal barrier, which was to have confidence in myself. I definitely suffered from imposter syndrome. I say it like it's past tense. We all suffer from imposter syndrome at times, and particularly working in an agency, I was quite often walking into a room where I needed to be the most confident person in order to deliver the advice that I was there to deliver, and that didn't come naturally. So I really did have to learn how to make myself feel confident and be confident in a way that was authentic to my character, because if it wasn't, people would see through that and they wouldn't trust me. Always give yourself time to think, because that is when you're able to think strategically. If you're in a rush, you can quite often fall into the trap of, well, this is what we've done before, and you don't necessarily come up with new ideas or challenge if there's a better way of doing something. And then the second point would be having the confidence to then take your new ideas or take the suggested approach to your leaders, to your client, depending on the situation, and deliver that with authority and convince your audience that that is the right route to take. Even though AI is coming, the robots are coming, I still think that internal communications will always be a human's game. At this point in time, employees want a different relationship with their employer and their company. They're expecting more, and I just think it's fascinating, and I think there are so many opportunities, there's so many things that you could do working in an internal comms role.